So hey guys, what you are seeing here is kind of like the common man's setup. This is like what somebody with a webcam maybe would look like. They don't have good lighting. They're using a basic headphone, a basic microphone like a Blue Yeti. This is like entry level or slightly above entry level. A lot of you guys think a Blue Yeti microphone for $100 is outrageous. Some of you may even think these Beats headphones for like $100 or overpriced. I mean, there's like $200 worth of stuff. And, webcams, again, some of you guys, have really cheap laptops, really cheap cameras, webcams. So you don't even have like the C920, C922 webcams. You have like something even cheaper. So this is kind of like what a lot of people's setups look like. And, for the longest time, like I was using really cheap stuff like this, a really cheap computer mouse, a really cheap keyboard. I didn't know anything about mechanical keyboards or gaming mice or, each one of these are hobbies in and of itself: cameras, lighting, microphones, headphones. I guess we can switch back to a more professional setup. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me just change some of this. Where do I begin? Okay. Let's start with upgrading the audio. So now we're upgrading the audio. So now I went from a USB $100 microphone to multi-$1,000 condenser microphones. Now, you may not hear the biggest audio enhancement by switching like that, but you heard a lot of noise from me handling the microphone. Now I have my own boom arms, so I don't have to touch the microphone. Okay, let's start, enhancing. Let's, improve our lighting real quick. Bam. Okay, so now we need to improve our camera settings. Let's lower the aperture. Let's increase the shutter speed. Okay, so now we've got like 60 frames per second, much better lighting, the grain is much more reduced, so everything is starting to look better and better, right? Sound better and better. And that's kind of like the computer mouse that I have. So imagine you're using like a cheap $10 Logitech mouse, $14 Logitech mouse, $7 Logitech mouse. That's kind of like what you saw previously, the setup that I was using, the camera, the microphones. That's kind of the experience you're getting with that computer mouse. This computer mouse with optical switches, ergonomic, all this stuff is like the camera and microphone setup that I'm using right now. So this is like that big of a leap using this computer mouse. And then I have this keyboard. That's, this thing has, optical switches, PBT keycaps. So you can see this optical switch. It's clicky, tactile. There's literally a laser in it. It's got these keycaps that are extremely textured and high quality. So what I'm saying is you can make these huge jumps. Some of you guys are scoffing at a Razer keyboard if you're, again, a keyboard enthusiast. It's got a metal back plate. But it's so much better feeling. Some of y'all are probably looking at the dust. Yeah, that's a lot of fucking dust. But no double typing, what's funny is once you start buying this more professional high-end equipment that I'm using right now, Most high-end equipment is severely flawed. It sounds really bad. You have to really, so you can go from some like really cheap basic stuff, a membrane keyboard, a basic bitch mouse, basic microphone, basic headphones, and they get the job done. Okay, and they have an excuse, for sounding kind of bad. But once you start spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on this equipment and it's still performing badly in some way, then you're going to be unhappy. So just because you spend money for quality, you're not going to get it. A lot of multi-$1,000 microphones sound like complete crap, in my opinion. A lot of expensive keyboards and mice are uncomfortable and they don't feel good. They have a bad travel distance. They have crappy keycaps. They have terrible dampening or resonant, pinging, ringing when you type, or the mouse shape is wrong, so it's uncomfortable. So you have to do all this research. You have to get good at all of this stuff, to get these types of results. So not only can you can't buy, basically I'm saying you can't technically buy your way out of it, but you can if you know what to buy. That's the whole reason why so many people copy other people. Like you see so many duplicate setups with Shure SM7B dynamic broadcasting microphones. So a lot of people are copying each other to avoid having to learn about all this equipment. They just copy. And you can get pretty good results with that. It'll save you a lot of time and energy. But I know that I really appreciate how far I've come learning about all this stuff to get, this kind of quality. That's all I really wanted to say, my dudes. Also, I just recently tried this Monster Rehab green tea. It's not amazing, but that's actually kind of a good thing. So, a lot of times I'll binge drink energy drinks, but this is kind of just like, oh, you have, tea, some sweet tea just lying around the house. Obviously, it doesn't taste like McDonald's sweet tea. This has some green tea in it, some other flavorings in it. I will say it's kind of bitter. But again, it's not the best tasting thing, but it's also, kind of a good thing, so you're not super duper addicted to it, unless you're addicted to tea in general. I kind of wish they would make like chai tea or something, like a boba, Monster boba tea. I'll see you guys later.